Hello, friend. Today I'm gonna bring you a products from Azure portal that Microsoft been pushing for past few years, and it's a great products here, which is um, Microsoft Intune, and Microsoft start pushing this product really hard. That can be a solution. Um, and managing all your devices, both on-prem and all also off-prem and cloud. So I'm gonna bring you illustrations about this. Now the name has been changed several times for as Microsoft does updates by hours, which is that's a great things, and things and layouts will change, and we'll go into it right now. Um, it's called, it's been called several times for past years. Let's go by typing the word in the search bar, INTU, and it's gonna see. You're gonna see it here, and tapping. But I have one of the free registered with a free account with Microsoft. But the catch to this, guys, the catch to this, the user you guys sign in with must have an E5 license, meaning remember that in the previous lesson the users I have created. So his name is Tom, which I grant him a license Enterprise Mobility Security E5. This is will give you grant you and it's giving me a licenses, as you can see, of for 250. I'll utilize about four of them, and also just to have an extra shots, I would suggest you get the Microsoft Entra ID, which is that what mean Microsoft, as I said, Microsoft keep changing their names and updating their names. This is Active Directory. As of now, Microsoft they start calling Active Directory Entra ID. So I'm getting a Microsoft Entra ID or Microsoft Active Directory P2 license also beside that. So this is this specifically is gonna allow me to do registrations and adding devices and such and Intune in here. And this is a great feature, as I said, and I will explain more in details about it. As I said, when you click on the word Intune here, when you click on it, it's going to come up to a default directory. And now, as I mentioned, it's called Microsoft Intune Admin Center. As you can see, it has several blades with home, dashboard, all services, devices, apps, endpoints, report, user groups, tenant administrations, and troubleshooting, and plus support. And this is a feature that's an extra. You may have to register for a license specifically for this at the end here. So this is the way the Intune is look like, and I'll explain more in details about it. So one thing I'd like to know, this is a products Intune is for Microsoft, and it's a MDM, mobile device management products, and also MAM, mobile application managements in here. So obviously both products, MDM and MAM, came up years when the smartphone become popular and it needed more and better and more robust managements, obviously. So that's when MDM and MAM came up to the surface. So, so the main goal of this product Intune is management of devices. And as I mentioned, if you go and search on the web, what is Intune, and you can see a lot of what is Intune used for? Can okay, you can see here there's a lot of things to tells you Microsoft Intune is a cloud-based endpoint management solution. It manage users access um, user access and simplify app and device management across your many devices, including mobile devices, desktop computers, and virtual endpoints. Also, you can protect access and data on your organization's owned and user personal devices. So here, if you click here on Microsoft products, it tells you in depth basically Microsoft Intune securely manage identity, manage app, manage devices. As you can see, here is on the top, and the rest of the device and equipment comes under the umbrella of Microsoft Intune. And I suggest you to look at this Microsoft tutorial website, and it's going to explain in depth what is it Intune about, and what is the function of Intune, the benefits. And again, Microsoft is pushing very heavily, and this is going to be the future for the mobile device management, application device management, both on-prem and um, on a cloud. So it's also personals can be added um, to the cloud and managed with the restrictions, of course, and not only corporate-owned devices. That's also a possibility. But I suggest you reread into this, at least to have a gist of what's going on, and to have an idea of Microsoft Intune Admin Center. And as you can see, this is all the services you see here, and have apps management, devices, endpoint securities, reports, users, as I mentioned. But this is the entire, and I did have to have utilized this partially, and show you I do have a device that I already listed, as you can see here, and I'll explain more in other videos how we're going to hash this and upload the device, and then explain the out-of-the-box experience for you in details in here. And as you know about Intune by the platform here, it goes with Windows devices and iOS, and adding iOS devices, also Mac OS devices, and also Androids, which is the most popular, and Chrome OS, it's in the preview right now, and then also Linux, which is that's a great feature for managing and adding these devices to the cloud server. And as you know, this is where you go to enroll devices, Windows enrollments for Windows specifically, and then using autopilot. This is the most popular feature of all, and we'll explain it in details that you're gonna add a device to the Intune through autopilot. This feature has been working very good for Microsoft, and it's for enrollments, and also have, as you can see, has several blades and several categories. One of the categories I'm going to come into, it's the Windows Autopilot devices, and then the way I'm going to upload the device for you, and you'll see that it's going to register with the serial number in here. So this is Microsoft Intune has a lot of features, and also you can has a lot of managements going on. You can also add your applications here, all apps, and you can do that, and it's going to be similar to eventually function of the SCCM. Matter of fact, the SCCM almost going obsolete, and that's what is going to take over of that software center, we call it, and the apps within the Intune, which is this is a great things. So for uploading and pushing software to something called company portal, and that's every device, and every device meaning Windows and also Androids, and they're gonna have a company portal, and also iOS devices. They can download the company portal, and then you can push the software basically from here. You can add the software, and I will demonstrate that to you also within other classes to come. And friend, as I mentioned to you, to manage Intune, you have to have a designated license. And as I stated earlier in this class, users must have a license to for managing um, these kind of this kind of feature. And as you can see, it has to be Enterprise Mobility C5 here, and it has a lot of features so you can turn on and off, as you can see, which is give you more leverage to work on the Intune. And as you can see, also there's groups. Obviously, this is all tied to Azure Entra ID, which is Azure Active Directory. So as you can see, the groups are similar. The groups that I'm gonna have in Azure, as you can see, they still call it Active Directories, although they changed the name to Entra ID. So it's gonna be almost similar group. Sometimes I do have on this have some on-prem that I have created um, domain controller that might have added in here. That's not going to be replicated to this, but you're going to see everything's it's the same, and the same users going to be the Microsoft Intune Admin Center. You will see it in the Active Directory here, and their users are going to be the same thing. So it's the same replications pretty much. And even with the devices edition, and sometimes you have to be careful on that for the replications from Azure, I mean from Microsoft Intune, and duplication sometimes it might create a problem, so you need to be very careful, and I've seen that before, and I have to and I did troubleshoot these kind of issues on engineering or on administration level of Intune for one of my colleagues. Matter of fact, not even the regular users here. So everything's we're gonna add it here within the device or within user is going to be replicated in Azure AD, as you can see here. So this is, folks, to give you a general idea about Intune, and Intune is Microsoft. They're investing heavily in it, and this is what it is going to be in the future for Microsoft, and that's where they are aiming to go after. And I will have lots of videos about all these features and how we upload devices in here. This is just an introductory for you to have an idea about the products and the capability of Intune. Folks, I want to thank you for watching this video, and always if you like what you see, I appreciate that you're your likes and subscribes, and I appreciate it. If you have any comments and questions that I can answer for you. Thank you and have a great day.